So right now, there are people who have recovered from the coronavirus.
Of course.
Right?
Right.
But the immune system attacks us, will turn on us.
You're only born to do one thing, so make sure you're doing you. Make sure you're doing you. Let's get it. When you're out here moving.
Hello, it's the Certified Chaos Podcast. It's your boy EJ Dafivbiroro, aka Man Hustle, aka Mr. Someone please call 911. Tell them I've been shot down with a bullet in my heart. What's going on here?
And I'm Louis. Welcome everybody.
Got some special guests tonight.
Very special individuals with us.
Go ahead, introduce
Introduce
yourselves.
Alright, I'm Dr. Amsu, one of the electric docs.
Yeah, Mr. Breaks with Electric Docs.
Okay.
And we're here live in the show, man.
Glad to have you on.
I'm worried,
Right there,
but,
gratitude.
I'm cautiously optimistic. I know this guy here is on fire all the time, man. So I know he's going to bring something up.
I'll tell you, man.
I don't know. I question our friendship. Not a
Hey, they told me, I said, I'm too hot to handle and I'm too cold to hold.
All right, man.
That's what Granny told me. All right, well, it's obviously it's crazy. Policies are going on right now, along with the coronavirus situation. It's kind of rough because you don't want to sneeze in public or cough because people assume that you have the coronavirus. So it's tricky. So
Yeah, it definitely is. You all, I don't have allergies. Have you all experienced? You all have allergies, anything of that nature?
I never used to.
I don't
back
have
in America.
allergies.
Nah.
But this
So if I cough, you guys are in problems.
Oh, boy.
But people say allergies, right? But I know Doc, you can break this down a bit more. There's different types of allergy, right?
Okay.
There's an allergic reaction, which is not really allergic. It's really the sheer amount of pollen in the air.
Right.
So it's clogging up your lungs, your sinuses.
And that I believe
So
that's
you're
true.
reacting to that.
Right.
But some people have an actual allergic reaction to the specific pollen or other particles in the air, which can cause them to break out, asthma-like symptoms, and even, I kid you not, hives, hair loss. I know one lady in Tennessee, and the fauna in Tennessee is different to Georgia.
Okay.
Springtime, some tree went into bloom, the pollen, and they literally had to rush her to ER, and they had to move back from Tennessee to Atlanta because she wasn't used to the pollen up there.
Right.
So
She was used to the pollen.
pollen is real. Pollen is real too.
Yeah, and you
But this is the thing with allergies is that the allergy to whatever is not really the problem. The problem is leukocytes, white blood cells.
Okay.
So it's how sensitive those white blood cells are, which give you the problem. So when you have an allergy, what they give you?
You get the symptoms.
What do you get from what they prescribe? What's that
Sure.
to me? Anybody?
No, I'm
No,
not
just
sure.
right to my right.
We're going to learn today.
It's an anti-inflammatory.
All right.
It's time for learning.
So histamine is a chemical that white blood cells release.
Okay. Which
All
is
right.
defenders.
Just like I said, right?
Right.
Well, it's an overreaction. It's actually you're being attacked by your own immune system. So it's actually an autoimmune issue when you have allergies. So those you have histamine, you have cytokine, you have leukotrienes, right?
Okay.
Leukotrienes are usually associated with respiratory issues and also balding and that. But histamine is the most common where you're given antihistamine, anti-inflammatory, because the inflammatory response is
Right.
what's going on with those white blood cells, leukocytes.
Right.
There's millions of different types of white blood cells, and it depends on how those white bloods are affecting you. That gives you that reaction. So
Right.
it's not the actual pollen, because that's why some people are allergic or have allergies. Some people don't. It's because their count or their sensitivity is too high for their white blood cells.
It's always a science behind it. Right.
Yeah.
It's always a science behind it.
So let's just get to it. What explain you guys' company, electric doctors and all that. Explain it.
Okay, so Electric Doc. So we have a company. We are nutrient therapists, right? Dr. Amsu. I actually run the business. I'm not a doctor myself, nutrient therapist. I know enough to be dangerous, and I probably killed a couple of people.
Wait a minute. So you told me you was a doctor. You was lying.
I lied. How am I going to get on this show? I got to give him something.
Right. I got inflated by
I sent him his card,
Right.
But we are nutrient therapists, and we so Electric Food is a herbal supplement company. We call it the herbal supplement company.
Right.
And to sort of put a fine point, keep it short, we research herbal nutrient therapies to help people meet their goals, their health goals. Now, our main area of expertise is female reproductive health, right?
Gotcha.
So it's fibroids, endometriosis, PCOS.
Okay.
But we also, expand a lot more into diabetes, erectile dysfunction, cancers.
Okay.
There's no inflammatory disease that can't be treated, tackled, cured, eradicated through herbal supplementation, proper diet, proper nutrition, and proper exercise, right? So that's really the core of our business. The electric docs, Dr. Amsu and Dr. Ammon can be here today. They are really the spearheads. They're the advocates of this whole paradigm. Because what we're really doing, we're reintroducing the world to something we've had for thousands of years. And I'm not sure where you guys are coming from, but
Of course.
not even that long ago, 50, 60 years ago in America even, you go to the doctor and they'd have herbs and twigs and roots and in jars.
Yeah.
And that's how we're treating you.
Right.
It was really since the advent of the Second World War and the need for a lot of medicine, trying to get penicillin to the troops and all the rest of that. The pharmaceutical industry was born the way we know it. But as you know, with America and a lot of other Western countries, that once you start an engine going, once you start a machine going like that,
It's gonna run.
it quickly takes over.
All right. So, like I said, you have your natural innate immune system. Then there is the immune system that we've been taught, which is the immune cells, the leukocytes. All right. So the body has been attacked by new, novel cells, which we know as the immune system.
Right.
But the immune system attacks us, will turn on us. Right? This is where, things like high blood pressure come from, things like diabetes come from, things like gout and arthritis, rheumatoid arthritis, and all, heart disease, all these situations that we know black people are riddled with. We're cursed with that shit, right?
Definitely.
So the diet that we're eating is exacerbating these white blood cells. It feeds them. It makes them, most people have high white blood cell counts. And white blood cells are supposed to protect us from everything. But you get somebody who's when they're well, white blood cell is low. So if imagine now, everybody in this room, we're a security squad, right? And 4 of us leave, and only 2 of us is left. Are we stronger security or are we weaker with only 2 of us?
Okay.
So if only 2 of us, our security system is weaker. But when there's 6 of us, we're strong. But it's funny when the body's under attack by a virus or bacteria or whatever, there's a shitload, let me just use that word,
Yeah,
there's a
it's a podcast.
shitload of white blood cells. What are they doing?
Everywhere. Right.
If your white blood cell goes up, why are you sick?
Right.
But when it's really low,
You're healthy.
you're healthy. So it's going to show that, all right, there's an issue going on here. So when we say something's attacking your immune system, what we've been taught as the immune system is erroneous. So we have to differentiate what the immune system is and what it isn't. So there are antibodies that our body will produce to fight things off. Our body will, will, like right now, there are people who have recovered from the coronavirus.
Of course.
Right? So
A lot.
their blood is being studied to isolate the antibodies that have attacked and managed to neutralize. Neutralize. See, that's a good word. I like that word, neutralize, because you can't really kill a virus because it ain't alive.
It's not.
A virus is an undead particle or microbe of information, DNA information. And its job is to get into a cell and dump its genetic material to replicate, right? But it's a zombie. It's basically like a vampire zombie, undead, right? So you can't kill it. What you can do is strip it of its glycoproteins, things that will allow it to infect you. So, right? But with an effective antibody, it neutralizes, it strips a microbe or pathogen of its ability to infect your cells. So this contact, we could all test positive for the coronavirus. It doesn't mean that it's infected us.
Right. Of course.
All right?
Of
I
course.
was told something like that.
All right.
Sure, I was like, you could probably have it and still not
Be infected.
Yeah.
Right.
You're a carrier.
Doing you.
Right.
Make sure you're doing you. Let's get it. When you're out here